Dear students, till the carbohydrates we have finished on the last turn. Today I am going to explain you about amino acids. You know that the amino acids are the building blocks of protein. They contain amino group and carboxyl group. Now there are 20 amino acids, and if I will take the names of these 20 amino acids, they can be glycine, alanine, serine, cysteine, aspartic acid, glutamic acid, asparagine, glutamine, methionine, threonine, valine, leucine, isoleucine, lysine, histidine, arginine, phenylalanine, tyrosine, tryptophan, and proline. These are universally found in protein and they have the general formula like this. For example, glycine. Now when we are talking about the classification of amino acid, they are classified as aliphatic, aromatic, heterocyclic. Now aliphatic is divided into acidic. They have additional carboxyl group, example glutamic acid, aspartic acid. Basic amino acids have additional amino group, for example lysine, hydroxylysine, arginine, histidine. Neutral amino acid have one carboxyl and one amino group, for example glycine. Sulfur containing amino acids, they contain the sulfur hydroxyl hydryl group, like for SH group, example cysteine and cysteine. Now after that, the heterocyclic, here the heterocyclic ring in their side is there, in their side chain is present. That is, the side chain ring has at least one atom other than the carbon. Side chain ring has at least one atom other than the carbon. For example, tryptophan, proline, hydroxyl, proline, etc. Now after that, essential amino acids, they are not synthesized in the body, so that is why they have to be taken somehow in the food. So that is why they are the essential amino acid, like arginine and histidine. Whereas the non-essential amino acids, they are synthesized in the body, for example glycine and alanine, etc. So till here we have finished about what are amino acids. That is the building block of protein. They contain amino group and carboxyl group. 20 amino acids are there. I have taken their name and they will be useful for your class 12th in the protein synthesis. General formula I have told, then after that structure, then classification. Aliphatic, they are divided into acidic, basic, neutral, sulfur containing aliphatic amino acid. Then after that aromatic, they contain the benzene ring in their structure, whereas heterocyclic, they have heterocyclic ring in their side chain. That is, the side chain ring has at least one atom other than the carbon, for example tryptophan and proline, hydroxyl proline, etc. Now properties of the amino acid. Amphoteric, they react with both acid and bases. That is why they are amphoteric in nature. They are colorless crystalline substances. Their melting point is very high and they are quite stable structures. Now amino acids act like the zwitterions. Ionizable nature of amino and carboxyl group in amino acid is utilized here as far as the zwitterion is considered. That is the ionizable nature of amino and carboxyl group. Now in solution of different pH, the structure of amino acid changes. In water, they ionize into amino and carboxyl group. By losing one H plus, carboxyl group attributes acidic character, and by receiving one H plus, amino group attributes basic or alkaline character to amino acid. Again I am repeating, amino acid has got the property to act like a zwitterion, and in water they ionize into amino and carboxyl group. So by losing one H plus, carboxyl group attributes acidic character to the amino acid, and by receiving one H plus, amino group attributes basic or alkaline character to amino acid. Therefore, they exhibits both acidic and basic properties, and hence known as amphoteric or bipolar ions or zwitterion. So this is how they act like the zwitterion, because they exhibit both acidic and basic property. By losing one H plus ion, that carboxyl group attributes acidic character, and by receiving one H plus ion, amino group attributes basic or alkaline character to amino acid. Now functions, they are the building blocks of proteins. Here it is proteins, they are the building blocks of proteins. You know about that. Then some amino acids are converted into building blocks of biologically active compound. For example, tyrosine is converted into thyroxine. Then glycine, this is an amino acid, it forms the heme of the hemoglobin. As a part of the hemoglobin is by nature it is a protein, and glycine forms heme of hemoglobin. Tryptophan forms nicotinamide and indole acetic acid, that is the IAA. This is also a sort of amino acid, so of nature. Then indole acetic acid is a phytohormone. Phytohormone means plant hormones. So glycine forms heme of the hemoglobin. Tryptophan forms nicotinamide and indole acetic acid. Citrulline and ornithine are involved in urea cycle in liver, and thus maintain the ammonia concentration below toxic level. This I had told you in the class 10th when I was telling you about the excretion process, that ammonia is converted into urea. So here we have finished till the amino acids, their general formula. Then after that, how they are classified, like the aliphatic, aromatic, heterocyclic. Then aliphatic is divided into other groups like acidic, basic, neutral and all. And then after that, main properties of the amino acid, that how they are amphoteric, and how they act as a zwitterion, and functions in that. The most important function, if it is asked, you know that the pattern of the question, if it is a multiple choice, the options will be given, many options, but if it is written as the main function of the amino acid, then you have to pay attention towards that. It is the building block of protein. Now there are certain conversions, that how they are converted into biologically active compound. Then there are other things in your, like glycine, about the then citrulline and ornithine, how they are involved in the urea cycle in liver. So all the things have been summarized here in the general form with the key points. Children, what you have to do is that there are structures which are given related to the amino acid. For example, glycine, alanine, valine, leucine, isoleucine, they all are given in the book. You just go through with that, and separately structures you make it in your copy, and side by side whatever the important properties are given here, that also you note down. Along with this, I am sending you the notes related to the concept, that also you write in the copy. And we will discuss about how the peptide bond is formed, and the important thing which are related with the protein in your syllabus. So till here we have finished. You are most welcome. You may ask your queries, as I had been telling you that utilize your time, finish your work in time, any time your work may be asked. And related to the carbohydrates, if you don't understand any concept, you may ask. And polysaccharides, they are the important for your from your syllabus point of view. Thank you.